same.
Hi everybody, this is Audrey, also known as Noble Strength, and welcome to my channel. As you can see by my title below, this is going to be story time. And as you know, there is like a flood of story times all over YouTube. And I just thought, this was a funny thing that happened to me. This would be, great to share with my fellow thrifters. It truly is a thrifter story. So this was a week ago, well, a week from yesterday. So last Saturday, not this past Saturday, I, made a quick run in to the local Goodwill, and I was just killing some time and I was looking around. I really did not go in with a plan to find anything. I just kind of went in to browse to see if I would happen upon anything. So I go into the store and I go to the shoe section, and immediately these shoes caught my eye. Number one, they were red, and if you know me, you know I love red. So number one, they were red. Number two, they had a leopard print calves-like fur trim on them. And number three, they said they were made in Italy. Right there, I'm sold. Now, there were some things that I did not or would not normally like about this shoe. First of all, it was a mule. I do not like mules. I just don't. I don't like, just the look of them, in general, the foot being covered in the front and then the, heel being out in the back. But because they were red, and because they had the leopard print trim and they were made in Italy, all of that went out the door, and I said, I must have these. So I looked at the shoe at the bottom. It looked like it had never been worn. And you could tell that this was like, I guess a retro style shoe, because it was just in that style you just don't see much anymore. So I went ahead and I got them, and I went straight to the register. That was the only thing I purchased. They were $5.99. Okay, I'm truly getting to the point of this whole story. Really, I am. So this is on a Saturday. I decide, I'm one of those people who pre-plans, what I'm going to wear, throughout the week. And so I decided I was going to wear them to work on Monday. First of all, they were comfortable, so comfortable. They had a little bit of cushion inside, and the way they were made, they kind of reminded me of those Danskin, mules. So they were really comfortable, and I'm a teacher who's on my feet all day, so I thought this would be perfect in the classroom with me constantly walking. I never sit down. So I said I'm gonna wear those. I'm gonna wear a red turtleneck with a black cardigan and some black pants, and then I'm gonna have those red mules. So that's what I did. So Monday, I'm all excited. I'm about to wear my new shoes. I get to work, and immediately people start saying, oh wow, those shoes are so fabulous, those shoes are so cute, I love those shoes, where did you get those shoes? And I love telling, oh, I thrifted them, whatever. So I go about my day. I'm teaching. About midway through the day, I noticed I started sliding kind of on the floor, because our floor is made of linoleum. And I noticed I'm kind of sliding, and I thought that was kind of odd. It's like, well, maybe I stepped on a crayon or, something like that. I just kind of went about, because when I'm in my mode, I don't stop to inspect and become, Sherlock Holmes. I just keep going with the flow. I say, oh, I probably stepped on a crayon or something like that. So I kept going about my teaching, and then I noticed that there were a lot of little broken pieces of stuff on the floor, like a trail of breadcrumbs, like Hansel and Gretel. And I'm like, what's going on? And so at this point, I have a break in the day because it's lunchtime. I had just finished my morning duties, whatever, well, the morning sessions of classes. And so now I finally have a break. So I'm like, first of all, my shoes feel like a little funny. They don't feel the same. And I take my shoes off, and I kid you not, they had disintegrated on the bottom. Totally. When I looked at the bottom of the shoe, the insides were exposed. It had a metal rod that was protruding out. The plastic part that was supporting in the heel was exposed. Like, all of the rubber had just disintegrated. So I'm like literally shorter than I was at the beginning of the day now, and when I walk you can just feel it just giving way, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I can't make it through the day like this. And so I'm just like so embarrassed, and I'm trying to play it off as I walk down the hall to go to the principal's office. I'm trying to play it off, you know, I'm trying to walk cool, not draw attention to my feet because they're, and I'm praying that I'm not dropping any breadcrumbs, or I should say rubber crumbs, on the floor as I'm walking to the principal's office. So I go to the principal's office and I say, Mrs. G, okay, that's what we're going to call it. I say, Mrs. G, I need to talk to you. I'm so dramatic when it comes to stuff like this. I'm like, drama queen, I really need to talk to you. And I have this serious look on my face. I said, you're not going to believe what happened. So she doesn't know what to think. She said, go ahead and close the door. So close the door. I said, Mrs. G, you know how much I like to thrift? She's like, yes. I said, well, I thrifted these shoes day before yesterday, and they're literally disintegrating on my foot. And I said, you won't believe it unless I show you. So I take off my shoe and I hold it up, and she just busts out laughing. Well, I couldn't do anything but laugh too, because this is just like, when does this happen? So she was like, you go ahead and you go home, okay, and change your shoes. So luckily I don't live far from the school. I go home, I change shoes. So I will show you the pictures, insert of what it looks like, okay? Well, not insert, because I can't do that with my editing, but I'm gonna kind of just show you. It's gonna be a little pause, a little break, and I'm gonna show you these shoes. They were just broke, beat, and busted. That's the title of a new song from an Eric Benet CD, by the way, Broke, Beat, and Busted. These shoes were broke, beat, and busted, so check them out. Alright, so that is what I was walking on. So thankfully I changed them. Now I know we're talking $5.99. I know that's not a lot of money, but I called Goodwill and I asked to speak with the manager. I explained to her the situation. She was very understanding. She was like, oh, just come on in. We can't give you cash back, but we can do an in-store exchange. I was like, great, that's wonderful. So I mean, it all worked out. So now I'm going to show you what I got in place of the broke, beat, and busted red mules that were so fabulous, but only for half a day. So this is the purse that I got. It has the leopard calf skin fur. So, you know, I guess this makes up for the little leopard trim that I had on the mules. So yeah, I got that. It's just a cute little kind of like bucket bag. I just think it's adorable. It is leather. The inside says that it's made in New York City, and the brand is Karam Handbags Incorporated, genuine leather, made in New York City. So just a cute little handbag, adorable, adorable. It doesn't have the little pull, I guess the original pull on it, and I believe it was also a crossbody at one time because it has the little hooks here and here, but I still thought it would just be cute to just carry as a handbag. I thought this bag would be a cute little handbag to carry, you know, just like in your hand or on the crook of your arm. It's just a cute little bag to have, and it has the little zip pocket on the side. So I got that, and then the other thing that I got was this retro belt, and you know me, I love a retro find, especially like from the 80s. So yeah, got this kind of braided belt that you hook in the back, and I will be styling this in another video that I will be uploading soon. So those are the two items that I got in place of my broke, beat, and busted mules. I hope you enjoyed my little story, my true story that actually happened to me. And yeah, so that was a day. And when I went back to school, my principal, she's so sweet, she says, Audrey, I want you to know I did not tell a soul. No pun intended. So it all worked out. And for those of you who are new to my channel, please like and subscribe. I try to upload videos weekly. I try. Sometimes I'm off by a few days, but I like uploading thrift videos, devotionals, which I need to do one soon, but I'm trying to get the message together because I don't like it to be contrived. I want it to be something that God really placed on my heart. And I also like to just kind of share, you know, closet essentials and things like that. So I do have a couple of videos coming up soon for you guys. So please comment about your thrifting stories. I'd love to hear your humorous thrifting stories. And once again, this is Audrey, also known as Noble Strength, encouraging you to be a good steward of all that God has given you because He loves us so much. So you have a nice day. Bye.